So as you guys might know, I'm a big Carolina Panthers fan. And with this upcoming 2025 NFL draft, I've got a lot of opinions. I've also got a lot of opinions on free agency, but I want you to sit right here, buckle up, and get ready because we're about to roll covers and I'm about to talk to you about how I could fix the Panthers in 5 minutes or less. So let's get to it.
Hey, I thought it was all over.
Nope.
They roll coverage. Okay, so obviously we got a lot of opportunity with this 2025 Carolina Panthers team. One of the first things I want to do is make sure to put the depth chart up from last year, and as it currently states, as of now, February 24th of 2025 on ESPN. So, with that, you see what we have. We have a lot of opportunity. And when I say opportunity, I mean young opportunity. We're not out here trying to develop a 30-plus year quarterback. I apologize, 30-plus year old quarterback. We're not out here trying to rebuild, a comically bad franchise. We're out here to just start putting Bryce Young into the position to succeed. Now, you could obviously say that David Tepper over the course of the last decade or more has done absolutely nothing to assist the Carolina Panthers. I'm going to be honest, you're probably right. But at the same time, there is so much more to this story. There's so much more to these opportunities for this team. And to be honest, so much more for the rookies that just were brought in. But the first thing we have to do before we get to the draft is talk free agency. We got a lot of people in free agency. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I mean, we got guys from Chandler Wooten, Raheem Blackshear to Sam Franklin. We just heard Shaq Thompson's going to test free agency. Jordan Fuller, Dane Jackson is gone. Xavier Woods, Austin Corbett, Pinero, Hecker. Luckily, we were able to re-sign Dalton and Jansen, and with the recent increase in the salary cap, Dalton's contract is basically a wash. In fact, I think we actually kind of gained something from it. But here's some other guys that we need to worry about. We need to worry about Brady Christensen at that left guard. We don't have the depth that we want, and we're paying a lot at the interior linemen, so we really need to make sure that we are watching that. One of the other issues we're going to have going into this next year is linebacker. We're losing longtime veteran Shaq Thompson, which all props to him. He has been an amazing addition to this team for so long. But at the same time, what is next for this team? Are we going to go out there and go draft an edge rusher, or are we going to go out there and get a Jalen Walker at linebacker after we trade back? Is it worth trading up? Is there anybody that is truly going to change this other than, say, an Abdul Carter? Yeah, but we probably can't get to that first or even the top 3 picks, and it's really not worth it given where this team currently stands. So I want to know, or at least I want to know, I want to show you guys my thoughts about what can be some of the pieces we can add with the contracts available as well, also looking at the draft ahead. Now, my opinion for the draft is that we absolutely need to be looking for a wide receiver. Ted McMillan, if he's there, is going to go to us. If not, there might be an opportunity to go with like a Will Johnson. I would love a Mason Graham. He's my number 1 guy for this draft. But right now, we just don't have that opportunity. When it comes to wide receivers, there's so much there. Guards, there's really not as many as you would think when it comes to the free agency themselves. I'm going to pull it up actually right now. I'm going to pull up the top free agents. So when you look at obviously these top ones, we're looking at older guys. My opinion is that if you are 27 or older, to be honest, high 26s, that is for you. You should be on a team that is ready to contend. I don't want to take you from the pool and have you sit here in your prime years losing in Carolina. So most of these guys I'm going to eliminate. I would love to get a T. Higgins, but I just don't feel like with the $30 million he's probably going to want, we are really in the market for him. And I can also see a scenario where he gets tagged and traded. So that's a whole separate thing. I do like Chase Young. Chase Young. Yeah, Chase Young, 26. Coming from the Saints, so that would also deplete our rival. We would have to probably overpay him a little bit, but if we could pay him till he's 30, that'd be perfect. He'd be going out right around Derek Brown and everything like that, so that could really help us out in the long term. Now, when we go down, we don't really see anything too crazy until we start to get into the cornerbacks. We got some really young guys like Zach Wilson and Trey Lance, but to be honest, they're not worth it. Levante David could be interesting to bring in for 1 year, but he's a 1-year rental, and again, we're not really going anywhere with it. Corners, there's a few. Byron Murphy, he's coming out. I mean, there's honestly, we got some people, some Stephon Gilmores, Javon Bakers, guys like that. If we're going to go out there and get guys, I would personally go and get the names. Let me go get Bobby Wagner. Let me go get Stephon Gilmore. Let me go get Justin Simmons. Let me go get Robert Woods to just assist Bryce or something like that. I think I'd rather take those guys for a 1 year or a 2 year deal, knowing that hopefully I can get guys to replace them down the road. Linebacker is going to be a big one. So again, that Bobby Wagner I would love. Marquise Brown's an interesting one. He's only 28, and that burner might be able to help. Kevin Zeitler at right guard could be a good backup for us. Yeah, I mean, there's so much here, to be honest. But it's not really where I want to go with it. Is where does the ownership want to go with it? Where does Dan Morgan want to go with it? A lot of our drafts are looking at linebacker and edge. And I understand that. We need help in that area, especially given this whole Shaq Thompson moving to free agency. But at the same time, do we really? I understand that you're going to say, hey, man, we need a linebacker. And we could take one in the second round. No problem. There's going to be linebackers, great linebackers, in the second round. Are they going to be Hall of Famers? No, because I think there's probably only 3 or 4 of those in this draft, and they're all going to go pretty high. Meaning like Abdul Carter, Mason Graham, Tet McMillan. I could even see somebody like a Emeka Ibuka or a Luther Burden being one of those T. Higgins or Jordan Addison guys where he's going to be an amazing number 2. So that could be an option for us. But that would require us trading back, amassing picks, and I'm not sure if the fan base wants that. I'm personally of the ideal you take best player available. Now, whether or not we have them ranked the right way is a whole separate argument. As some people have some of the quarterbacks not even graded in the first round, which I think is a little bit crazy, but I'm not really sure. There's so much here. We need to add secondary support. We need to add somebody to help Derek Brown, and of course we need to get Bryce Young an actual outside wide receiver. Everybody thought Xavier could be that, but I do think that we messed up in last year's draft, which is why I think this draft is so important for Dan Morgan. In fact, I'm saying if he does not do something good in this draft, we should probably look at getting another GM. I'm sorry. I know it's only been 2 years, but if Trevin Wallace ends up being a bust, if Jonathan Brooks can't play till 2026, there's a lot more other things here. And the one thing I want to push back on fans more than anything, because it's been a little bit over 5 minutes, I'm going to leave you with this. Why the heck would we take a tight end at number 8? You know the last tight end to be taken at number 8? His name is Kyle Pitts, and y'all don't like him. Second of all, we just took Jatavian Sanders, who is a receiving tight end and is not great at blocking. So we're going to take another receiving tight end and keep Ian Thomas or Tommy Tremble just to block? So we have 2 subpar blocking tight ends out there? You just got to miss me with that. But regardless, this has been just over 5 minutes of how to fix the Carolina Panthers. If I, myself, Nick, was the GM, I'm not sure if you agree with me. I'm probably going to give myself a B+. But hey, I want to know your thoughts. Make sure you put them in the comments below. Otherwise, have a great day, and I'll see you on the next video right here on Roll Coverage. Peace.